In this video, we'll write a program that rolls a pair of dice. So, a pair of normal dice, sides 1 through 6. When you add up the pair of dice, the lowest they can be is 1 and 1 make 2, right? The lowest they can get is 2, and the highest value that a pair of dice can roll is 2 sixes, which is a 12. So we need to review how to roll a dice. The singular of dice is die, so I'll have die 1 and die 2. So die 1, the int math.random times 6, and then we'll add 1, because if you don't add 1, you'll have 0 through 5. We want 1 through 6. So we'll do that twice, and that'll be how we simulate the rolling of a pair of dice. Okay. Now, we'll do that in a loop. We're using for loops this week. And this loop is pretty strange. You want to count the number of times that you roll a 7 and stop when you get 1,667 sevens. So we'll go int num sevens, and we'll start that at 0. That'll be like a count variable, count for sevens. We call it count sevens also. But what you want to display in the screen finally is the number of total rolls it took you to do that. So int num rolls. Will it be 5,000, 2,000, 20,000? How many rolls will it take? That's also going to be a count variable. Now, we can put any of these in parts of this for. It's really kind of up to you. I'll choose to put the, let's go num sevens in there for our initialization statement. Num sevens. And let's go ahead and shorten this so it fit in the screen better. The numeral 7 there. Num sevens. Okay, or just num 7. We'll put sevens plural. And then I'm going to keep on looping as long as you've not rolled 1,667 sevens. Now, we don't roll a 7 every time, so it would be very wrong to say num sevens plus plus. This is not going to be a typical for loop at all. However, each time you roll the dice, you could, and you need to, increment num rolls. So that's very strange. Usually we have a variable like I here, and over here also, all three places. But now we have num sevens, and num rolls. In one of our next very few lessons, we're going to do a different kind of loop called the while loop. And the while loop is a much better choice for this program. But this works for for loops, and hopefully you'll get something out of it. So we want to see if we roll a 7. So if we add these guys up, it's a 7, then we can say num sevens plus plus. Is that going to be all we do? Almost looks too short, doesn't it? Very complicated sounding program, but that might be all we do. And then out.println num rolls. See if I forgot anything here. Compile. Oh, didn't. Out.println. Must have always put a dot there. And I didn't do my import. Let me just go ahead and put system here. I didn't do the import for Java util, or for system, right? So now it runs, now it compiles at least. And when I run it, it's going to roll these dice a lot of times. First time it took me 10,002 times to roll 1,667 sevens. Next time, run it again, 9934. Some more. 10,328. Let's do it again. 9762. 9998. Looks like these numbers are all around 10,000, which makes sense because the odds of rolling a 7 on a pair of dice are 1 in 6. 1/6 is a decimal, 0.166, and 0.166 of 10,000 is 1,667. So if you follow that, that's why it's around 10,000. We'll come back to this, the math in this program later in the course.